Feyza Aktan, who is the ex-wife of Özcan Deniz, and she jealous with his new wife Samar Dadgar. Many years ago, Oscan Deniz met a young woman named Feyza Aktan. She was very beautiful and stylish at that time. Oscan Deniz was already famous and successful. He had many fans all over the world. When Feza came into his life, Oscan Deniz started to spend a lot of time with her. And their story started very fast. They traveled together, took photos together, and looked very happy. But after some time, Oscan Deniz and Feyza Aktan decided to get married. Their wedding was private and only close people were invited. Soon after marriage, Feyza Aktan gave birth to baby boy and his name is Kuzi Deniz. Oscan Deniz was very happy to become a father. He loved his son more than anything in the world. And many times in interview he said that his son Kuzi is the most important person in his life. But even though they had a child, problems started to come between Oscan and Feza. They had many fights and arguments. Some people said that Feza had a short temper and got angry very fast. Other side, Özcan Deniz was too busy with his work and he did not give her enough time. After some few months, things became very bad between them. The couple decided to separate and their divorce became very famous in Turkish media. Oscan Deniz looked sad, but he stayed calm and respectful. On the other hand, Feyza Aktan became very angry. She made many statements against him. She said that Oscan Deniz was not a good husband. She even accused her with his bad behavior. But in reality, Oscan Deniz never said any bad thing about her. He stayed quiet because he wanted to protect his son's future. Even after the divorce, Oscan Deniz continued to give money to Feyza Aktan every month. This money is for their son Kuzi. Oscan Deniz wanted that his son live good life, study in good school and eat healthy food. Even after divorce, Feyza Aktan was seen living a luxurious life. She went on vacation, wore expensive clothes and used costly perfumes. Many people were shocked and asked where does all this money come from? Answer is very simple. It comes from Oscan Deniz. Every month, Oscan Deniz sends a big amount of money to Feyza Aktan for the care of his son. Feyza Aktan does not work much. She spends most of her time in Istanbul or other cities enjoying with her friends and visiting beauty salons. But do you know that Feyza Aktan is actually jealous of Samar Dadgar? Now, let's talk about the main reason for her jealousy about Samar Dadgar. After so many years of being single, Oscan Deniz surprised everyone. He married a young and beautiful woman named Samar Dadgar. She is fashion designer from Iran and she is very stylish, elegant and modern. And when this news came out, many people were shocked, especially Feyza Aktan. Because when Feyza left Oscan Deniz, she thought that he would never find another woman. She thought Oscan Deniz was getting older and that no young girl would marry him. She believed that she was the best he could ever have. But life proved her wrong. Oscan Deniz married to a woman who was not only younger than Feza but also more beautiful and stylish. Samar Dadgar became popular very quickly. She started appearing in media, attending fashion events, and posting pictures with Oscan Deniz. And when Feza saw Oscan Deniz and Samar Dadgar photos, he could never believe it. People say that she got very jealous because she did not expect that Oscan would move on so fast and find such a beautiful wife. And Feza started comparing herself with Summer. Some sources says that Feza started gossiping about Summer. She told her friends that Summer only married Oscar Dennis because of his wealth, popularity, and success. But most of people think that Feza was just jealous of Samar Dadgar. And after marrying Samar Dadgar, Oscar Dennis started a new life. He looked happier and more peaceful now. She became part of his family, and many fans said that Oscar Dennis finally found his true love. But Feza could not accept this. She saw that Oscar Dennis was giving respect and love to Summer, something she felt she had lost. Even though Oscar Dennis still spends her money for their son, she feels that she has lost her importance in his life. Earlier, she was always in the news with Oscar Dennis as his wife. But now, everyone talks about Summer. The difference between Samar Dadgar and Feyza Aktan is very clear. Samar Dadgar is calm, elegant, and stylish woman. She always talks nicely. Feyza Aktan, on the other hand, is emotional and quick to react. During and after the divorce, she made many public statements. Even she shouted at the journalist and said angry words about Oscan. Even she has money, but she does not have peace in her heart because she sees Oscan Dennis and Samar Dadgar happy together, and that makes her feel jealous and sad. Even after all this drama, Oscar Dennis never stopped loving his son. He always says that his son is the biggest reason for living. He meets Cozy Dennis whenever he can. Sometimes he go to the parks and have a lunch together. Oscar Dennis has accepted that he and Feza will be never together again, but he still wants to make sure that his son has everything which he needs. That's why he keeps sending money to Feza Aktan every month. It shows that Oscar Dennis is a very responsible and kind-hearted father. This story teaches us that money can't buy happiness. Feza may have money, but she lost the man who once loved her deeply. Oscar Dennis moved on and found someone who respects him.